I'm still intrigued by the enigmatic Choudary. One name keeps appearing: Islam for UK, a small group of around 250 radical Islamists led by him.
Choudary wants to establish an Islamic state in Britain and institute fully fledged Sharia law throughout. That would mean cutting off people's hands for stealing and stoning women for adultery.
All of you are in one camp, the camp of non-Islam.
If I'm judged an apostate by a Sharia court judge, will I be executed in your caliphate?
You know very well that you have left the deen of al-Islam because you signed...
On these marches. Will you apologise?
Radicalisation is calling for the Sharia nowadays. Radicalisation is exposing the British government. Radicalisation is commanding good, forbidding evil.
These were the people who Rich now called his brothers.
There is no one worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear testimony that Muhammad is his messenger.
Takbir! Anjem Choudary was master of ceremonies. As a white convert, Rich was quite a catch, and Anjem made sure he got pride of place during media excursions.
These men study under Choudary at the London School of Sharia. Saladin, formerly known as Richard, has been a Muslim for just 5 weeks. Choudary provided him with a certificate of conversion.
I would discuss with Anjem and various other brothers how I came about becoming a Muslim and why I'm a Muslim and what it is that I believe. And then I'd do your shahada to confirm that, that is what you believe.
Rich was no longer Rich. He was Salahuddin. Rich has made the decision to leave my world. Salahuddin now lives in the other. And I get the feeling Rich isn't planning on coming back. To his followers, Anjem is a father figure, a charismatic preacher and mentor, responsible for helping to shape the values and beliefs of those who look up to him.
There are charismatic individuals who are involved in these groups who manage to connect with these guys and provide them some kind of direction and focus. Those individuals have vulnerabilities, and they prey on those particular vulnerabilities to really entice those individuals into their particular kind of narratives.
A great number of young British Muslim lads are very emphatic about what's going on in various different conflicts all over the world. They hear stories given to them by Anjem Choudary about Indian troops raping, killing Muslims in Kashmir, and they want to sign up and they want to go out there and sort of proactively defend fellow Muslims. I think whenever you read his tweets and all his stuff, he deliberately tries to be as provocative as possible.
Fight them with your mouth, with your body, with your tongue.
His rhetoric is intoxicating, and I think his views are dangerous and often irresponsible.
He said, prepare as much as you can. Steeds of war, arms, in order to terrorize the enemy of Allah. Because you don't come back from a martyrdom operation, do you? It's a one-way ticket, somehow, inshallah, to Jannah.
But he's smart. He knows where the line is. The thing is, some of those who used to follow him aren't always afraid to cross it. He undoubtedly played a pivotal part in developing Rich's extremist convictions. I want to challenge Anjem again on accepting responsibility for the part he played in radicalising Rich and others like him.
You see, I don't think that many people look up to me and follow me. They follow
the
Quran. No, they follow the Quran and they follow the tradition of the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it's not individual, if you like, eulogizing that's taking place here.
Can you admit that you have that influence on people?
Well, look, I don't think that I'm influencing people to go abroad, quite frankly. And honestly, there's nobody who's been abroad.
You're not stupid.
Most of the Muslims who I meet, they point the finger at you and say, you're responsible for brainwashing people like Richard.
Well, if brains need to be washed, then surely it's a good thing. They're washed of the corruption and the false ideas. I think we all need our thoughts washed from time to time.
Yes, Rob. So you want to become a Muslim?
I need some more time.
What if you don't have any time? Or if you get run over by a bus when you leave the Holiday Express, end up in the hellfire.
Then so be it.
Famous last words, eh?
They killed the prophets that were sent to them with the truth, without any truth. They would kill them for it without any rights.
I want to challenge Ben. He's easier to reason with than Rich. I show him an article written by an ex-Islamist, but my plan is flawed from the start.
Independent, you know, it's one of the most anti-Islamic newspapers in Britain. Don't believe anything you read from this. Unless I hear it from this brother's mouth, then I can't actually have any proof that he's actually said any of this stuff.
I get the feeling if I found something that was wrong from any other than the people who you trust, it's not going to hold weight with you. Where is the truth, you know?
Maybe Ben's not quite as open as I'd hoped. It's the holy month of Ramadan, which means fasting between sunrise and sunset, so the plan is to make the most of the night. We end up driving around Tower Hamlets, looking for mosques. It starts off just the three of us, but before long a small group have congregated.
Come everyone, come here.
I feel like I'm in a gang, only we're not looking for a place to score. We're searching for a place to pray. Everything seems to be going so well until we stumble into unfamiliar territory. We don't hang around. These guys don't seem hardcore enough for Rich and the gang. As I taxi Rich and Ben around, the sights of London nightlife don't go unappreciated.
These dirty firemen, they got no shame whatsoever.
There's a billboard, someone with a bra on.
No, you didn't see the two kuffar, they were drunk. One was vomiting over the fence and the other one were like kissing and everything, man and woman.
Tastes mad, mashallah.
Well, I got some food as well.
Yeah, don't worry. Even the non-Muslims
you got to wait past an extra hour for not being Muslim.
They think it's funny. Conversation switches to what makes Islamists good manners.
Everything we do good is on our right hand. You go to the toilet when you wipe yourself, obviously you use your left hand, so you don't. So this is like the clean hand, so that's why you don't do it on the left hand. You always do it on the right hand.
Is that why sometimes when I speak to some Muslims and they greet me, they shake my hand with their left hand?
Yeah, that is the sunnah. That's what I would do if I was shaking hands with a non-Muslim.
With like a kuffar?
Yeah.
You'd shake hands with the dirty hand?
With the left hand. Yeah, the way you put that, yeah, that is the sunnah.
It's true, yeah?
Yeah. The clean hand is for the clean people, which is obviously the Muslims, isn't it?
So you use the dirty hand for people like me?
For the non-Muslims, yeah.
Thanks for having you, bro. Take care, brother. Come up and visit us soon, inshallah. Yeah, definitely. And we'll speak on the phone, inshallah. Take care, brother. Pleasure having you, mashallah.
Richard's just told me he'll only touch me with the hand he wipes his arse with. At the time I thought it was quite funny, but it's no joke, he's serious. The more I think about it, the more it hurts.
We're off, yeah.
You're all off.
We're like bad eggs, we're off.
Yeah. I'm pleased as Zachariah uses his clean hand to shake mine.
We're just like big kids, really. In private, we're like big kids.
That may be true, but then something Zachariah says reminds me of the world they're really working towards.
You know, on the offensive, there's three options. You let us in to give the dawah and tell people about Islam, or you let us rule with no oppression, or we fight. That's the three options, offensively. But that doesn't exist because we haven't got our Islamic State.
It doesn't matter how charitable, good-willed or selfless you are. If you don't conform, you will burn.
See you later. Hopefully, inshallah, that Allah will guide you and open your heart, inshallah. Yeah. But it's nice to see you again as always, man.
Yeah. Abdullah Deen also shakes with his right. I remember what Rich told me about getting close to non-believers.
See you later, man. Take care.
I never get sick.
But I don't buy the idea that the friendliness isn't real.
Well, I mean, you're friendly to me because, you know, we get along as people.
Getting along as people, our way of life would not get along with each other. You might be able to say we get along, but let's talk about the afterlife, what comes next. in this sense, we're not going to get along, because I, as a Muslim, believe that for your salvation on the Day of Judgment, you should embrace Islam and worship Allah and accept the final message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you don't accept this as your way of life, then I, as a Muslim, believe, which my Quran teaches me, that this person will be placed in the hellfire after continuously hearing the call to Islam.
So every time I've spoken to some of the brothers and I felt that there might be some sort of friendship or sort of warm feelings toward each other, I'm just being mistaken.
No, and obviously they're trying to incline you to Islam, innit? And maybe you'll become Muslim and then you can have a proper friendship with them. Obviously they're not, it's not false, they're trying to, get close to you. But until you become Muslim, then, there's going to be a barrier there, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells it. Allah does say in the Quran not to take the disbelievers as your friends and helpers, because they seek to misguide you.
You have to learn Arabic to challenge it. And these people, they're idiots.
Hassan, you cannot just say these people, they're idiots. You can't just say that, because you've never met them.
They've read.
Yeah, we'll convey the message, but whether people take to it, inshallah, that's another matter, inshallah. Because as you can see, we're giving so much doubt to you and still you don't listen or believe in it. So Allah makes people deaf, dumb and blind, so alhamdulillah. Still
deaf, dumb and blind?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Thanks. Do you think I'm deaf, dumb and blind as well?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically, yeah. Metaphorically.
You tell me to my face that I'm a filthy kafar.
I've never
you
said
won't
that
even
to you.
touch me with unless you use your dirty hand.
I've
Do you know what I mean?
never called you a filthy kuffar. I don't shake your hand, because Islamically the sunnah is to shake with the left hand. Yeah, that is the sunnah, but it's permissible to shake with the right hand. There's a reason and wisdom behind that, and I thought you understood that, and it was nothing personal.
You treat everyone who's not an Islamist as subhuman, as filthy kuffar. The way you talk about them, the people I've met, the lectures I've gone to, it's clear to see that's the way that it's...
I don't think that's the case. So why do we go out several times a week?
So why do I feel like that?
Why do I go out several times a week to talk to the British public? Do I go out
because for reward.